Remembrance Day is a very important day in the United Kingdom and in Commonwealth nations. It is celebrated on November the 11th every year. Remembrance Day is a day to honour the memory of the people who lost their lives at war, mostly in World War I. It comes from Armistice Day, which marked the end of World War I, which officially finished at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. The 11th day of the 11th month is the 11th of November, and this is why it is celebrated on that day. In English, armistice is an agreement by both sides of a war to stop fighting, at least temporarily. Germany and the Allies signed the armistice on this day to end the fighting on the Western Front. If you have watched a British TV show or programme that was aired in November, you will probably have seen people wearing a poppy. A poppy is a red flower, and people usually wear this leading up to Remembrance Day. They are usually made of paper or plastic, and people put them on their t-shirt, shirt, or blazer to pay respect to the people who we have lost at war. When you put the poppy on your t-shirt, you have to put it on the left side over the heart. The Royal British Legion organises the poppy appeal, and you might be wondering why. Why do people wear poppies? You can buy poppies at shops or from volunteers, and you leave a donation to support the veterans, servicemen, and their families. In rural areas, people might sell these door to door, and you can donate £1 or £2 or whatever you want to donate. And all of this money goes to charity. The funds that are raised go to support services like housing, employment, and mental health services, which are very important for veterans and their families. The reason why it is a poppy and not any other type of flower is because there was a poem called In Flanders Fields by a colonel who became associated with Remembrance Day. Flanders is a region in Belgium, and it was there where one of the most intense fighting of the war took place. Many soldiers died in the battle in Flanders, and they were buried there. The poem is about the poppies which are growing between the graves of the soldiers. It's a touching poem because it symbolizes the circle of life and death, and the image of brutal war contrasts with the flowers growing, the poppies, and peace in nature. That is why the poppy has become the symbol of remembrance for soldiers. At 11 a.m. on November the 11th, people hold a 2-minute silence across the country. This silence is held to pay respect to the sacrifices of the soldiers who served and died at war. There are also ceremonies especially at war memorials. And these ceremonies include readings, prayers, and laying wreaths, which are usually decorated with poppies. Wreaths are arrangements of flowers or leaves which are usually in a shape of a ring, so they are circular. They are usually laid on a grave at a funeral. In some cities and towns, there are parades and religious services. These parades and services bring communities and families together to honor their relatives or people that they knew, who made sacrifices for their country. In World War I, 880,000 British forces died. That's 6% of the adult male population at the time, and that's 12% of the people that served. Then in World War II, 380,000 soldiers were killed in combat. So that is why Remembrance Day is so important. Nowadays, schools teach students about Remembrance Day and why we celebrate it. Younger children probably see everyone wearing poppies and wonder why, and ask their parents as well. So, to sum up, Remembrance Day is a very important day in England, which is a time for reflection and to pay respect to the soldiers who passed away. Now that you have learnt more about Remembrance Day and about the poppies that we wear, when you watch a video online from a British TV program or TV show which was filmed in late October or the beginning of November, you will notice that they are wearing a poppy and you will understand why. If you are interested in more British traditions and celebrations, you can take a look at my video about Guy Fawkes, which is a very unusual celebration that we have in England. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.